Saturday, June 14th, we'll see the IBF super lightweight title being defended by title holder Richardson Hitchins as he attempts to defend it against former titleist George Kambosos Jr. The bout will be aired on Dazn. This fight is intriguing because Hitchins is unproven, and when he won the title, he won it against someone that many people hadn't really given much credence, Eliminator. The fight was in December of 2024. He won a split decision in which his cornermen were trying to edge him on to do more in the fight to secure the victory. Though he didn't engage battle-wise, he boxed, but he looked a little bit apprehensive and timid. Now, taking on the likes of veteran George Kambosos Jr., this is not going to be an easy title defense. Remember, back in November of 2021, it was Kambosos Jr. who took on Teofimo Lopez at that time, who was hot off of a victory over Vasyl Lomachenko. Kambosos Jr., though the fight with Teo had been postponed several times due to behind-the-scenes management promotional issues, when the fight finally took place, Kambosos stepped up to the plate and took the title away from Teofimo with a split decision. He was now a unified champion. Hitchins, who has talked the good talk, but has yet to face the type of opposition that can really certify his arrival. This fight will mean something. The only thing is that Kambosos Jr. now is 32 years of age, and though he had a victory back in March of this year against Jake Wiley, his previous fight, which was in May of 2024, was a late round TKO stoppage to Vasyl Lomachenko, which is turning out to be Lomachenko's last fight. Hitchins is going to have to fight George Kambosos at some point during this match. George is not a cakewalk, and though he had the two losses to Devin Haney back-to-back, it was Haney's versatility, boxing ability, ring generalship, and overall desire to really become the undisputed champion at the lightweight division that pushed him over that ledge. Now, this super lightweight fight has Kambosos probably moving up to a division where he's going to max out. Hitchins, who's 27, entering a prime, is 5'10", with a 74-inch reach, and we know that he can box a bit. He has shown that, particularly against Eliminator, and that 74-inch reach should be quite advantageous for him against the mere 68-inch reach for Kambosos Jr. But something tells me that Africa, the nickname for Hitchins, may not be as tough under the hood as he displays himself to be verbally. Kambosos' opportunity here will be to engage Hitchins. He needs to get him on the back foot. He needs to crowd him, get on the inside, dog him, be rough, be disrespectful. Hitchins, who will box and get into a rhythm and coast by being out front, will be more than comfortable in that manner. But will he be able to deal with roughhouse and everything? If his punching power proves to be more than George Kambosos Jr. can take, then that's where his advantage will be, but he's going to have to get to George's body, because that's what Vasyl Lomachenko was able to do. Now, Teofimo, on the other hand, was a bit more athletic and quick with the hands, kind of like Hitchins may be when he finds himself in the ring on Saturday. So it could be a bit of a different type of situation here. I do favor Hitchins in this fight, but there's something about George Kambosos Jr. that says that he's going to give it his all. And that will be best for the fight fans because, like I said, Hitchins is yet and still unproven. And he's going to have to show us something that we hadn't seen from him before. In the co-main event, we'll get a chance to see Andy Cruz, the Cuban sensation, taking on Japanese man Hironori Mishiro out of Japan. Mishiro is 30 years of age. He's an orthodox fighter who's 5'9.5", and his record is 17-1 with 1 draw and 6 KOs. Now Mishiro, who is a boxer who is a straight up and down, stiff, almost European-like, former European-like boxer. No head movement, very robotic, and he comes straight forward. And the fact that out of his 19 fights, only 6 KOs, that's telling you that he's not cracking with much. Fighting out of Matsui Shiman, Japan, Mishiro is looking for his opportunity at a world title fight. And this is considered an IBF eliminator. Cruz, on the other hand, who is a bit advanced, he's 29 years of age, a Cuban sensation, as I said, fighting out of Miami, Florida by way of Matanzas, Cuba, is 5-0 with 2 KOs. But don't let the minimum of fights fool you. This gold medalist from the Olympics has been the thorn in the side of many a fighter, specifically a Keyshawn Davis, whom he defeated in the amateurs. When you see Cruz fight, he fights like a veteran fighter. Though they could have padded his record with more victories, they've opted to go the route of the quality of matches when it comes down to Cruz, and I totally understand. His last couple of fights, a victory over Omar Salcido Gomez in January of this year, and in August of last year, he took on Antonio Moran, whom he stopped. Cruz is really willing to lay it on the line, and he is just that far away from a title shot, because if he fights for a title, he more than likely can win it. In fact, Hitchins has been avoiding Cruz and doesn't want to see him anytime soon. So I'm sure he would be pulling for Mishiro. But all that being said, he's 5'9", and he's an orthodox boxer as well, a lot more fluid than Mishiro, and can get to the man. I like to see Cruz when he's being aggressive in there, but he can be very defensive as well, a la Shakur Stevenson. He has that ability, but he cracks a little bit better than people may realize, and he's the type of fighter that will turn it up when he gets ready in there. He's a very, very good, solid professional fighter, and anyone who's holding a title would be on their P's and Q's when it came to trying to face Andy Cruz on the other side of the ring. He's the type of fighter that can get in there and make anyone look bad, and his outstanding amateur career speaks volumes about where he has come from. You see, fighters like this, people don't give them a lot of credit, but I'm going to tell you something. You have to respect it. If they can respect the amateur careers of other fighters in the sport, you have to respect all fighters in the sport. And when you look at the men that he has defeated and how he has achieved what he has, he's just a sensation. Amateur record was 135-9, 10 KOs. But that doesn't mean he can't crack as a pro. So this will be the card on Saturday, June 14th. And I look forward to it. It's going to be an outstanding opportunity to see some good boxing from the super lightweight division. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about Andy Cruz taking on Mashiro, and in the main event, Richardson Hitchins taking on George Kambosos Jr. Do you think that we're going to have upsets, or will the favorites prevail? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.